So I do realise I called CCR the wrong name this whole time. Um, but I forgot what episode I changed it in, so I'm gonna don't look it up. Yeah, so I'm gonna look back for that. Anyways, we're gonna start off in Africa, where economic downturn is just destroying them, even on the African Legion side, because they're just not helping their allies; they're on for themselves. And because of this, Angola is forced into joining the name for the national CCR I've since forgotten. So, oops daisies. But in Hoyt's country tag will still be CCR, so it's fine. Now, is this realistic? Well, yes, officially, 'cause they have claim to it, and also what other choices they have, or didn't do the thing this time. And another unification happens, and I hate that so much. Another unification happens with the economic downturn I mentioned in northern states previously, which caused Western Sahara to gain independence and Libya to unite with Tunisia, or the other way around. Sorry. These three unite into what will now be known as the United North African, no, the North African United Islamic Republic, so the NUIR. No, NAUIR. Nice one. Yeah. Egypt did not join because they value their independence. They're still in a faction, and also because Egypt is a bit more self-sufficient than the rest of them. And they didn't want to pour their entire economy to helping their allies if they can unite and kind of fix the problems. Now, of course, this spreads the focus across a much larger area, so will it be that effective? Probably not, but it's the only option they really have for a short-term fix. Has this ship broken everything? Yes, somehow. Oh, because I got tolerance. Oh, that's probably destroyed the borders down. Oh, well. Cool. Those borders still look different for some reason. Oh, whatever. Um, so I think that's. Oh my goodness. I think that's it for Africa. Very based African moments. Now we shall move over to Kurdistan, or the Middle East more specifically, where the Turks are sick of putting down the rebellions. They allow an independent state in Van area. This might not be specifically Van, if not, my bad. I say the rebels took over around this much area. Do they recognise the state? Well, yes, they're forced into doing so, but they want to know, and realistically, they're going to crack down on it at some point. Um, but the Iraqi army, who don't to focus on like half the Middle East, like Turkey do, simply to put down the uprising, and the ones in Iran had no credibility, anyways, really. So that, and in terms of this, they're given in the, they're pulled out of, and yeah, Kurdish states exist. Okay, didn't do the thing again. See, I'm learning. Major still microphone. Yeah. So, I'm probably gonna leave China for last. Yeah, that made most sense. It's most complex of them all. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be a proactive human being and just fix this. There we go, lovely. It's not fixed. Fix was better than nothing. So whatever. And bang. Okay, so essentially Norway been independent for too long, and the syndicalists realised, hey, if we don't get them, Germany will. And they do what you'd expect and launch a full invasion into Norway. Uh, they launch from, I could colour them in. I'll only colour in the British Isles, they're the closest. And it's mainly them involved anyways. But joint French, English manoeuvre from leaving from Hull goes up here to Oslo. Or not to Oslo, I'm trying to think of another city. That's not miles away up here. Is Narvik in Norway? I'll be up there, I think. Or maybe it's not here. Anyways, yeah. They go around Oslo, blockade the little thing, and start bombarding it. And in the end, they get a small landing around the side of some paratroopers as well. They claim the beachhead, and Oslo is captured, and force a few men to flee into Sweden, or a few hundred. And at this point, they start working their way around the mountains, more troops landing up the coast. And they claim the south of Norway, and trapping pretty much most of the Norwegian army in the mountains, and attritioning them out. At this point, a slow move begins, until eventually some of their ports in the north they're getting supplies through are captured, and the country's forced to capitulate. At this point, a new syndicalist government is put in place, and they join the syndicalist pact, which I forget the name of. Well, I don't forget the name specifically. The project is the syndicalist pact, so yeah, that's that. And I'll update the fact map when this isn't going on. This will be easier to do. I.e., after this episode is done recording, because that's how let's do this yet. Anyways, moving on to Russia. Incident is incident is staged at the Pakistani, so that's probably how you call it. Anyways, an incident staged at the border where several shots were fired by definitely the Kazakhstan army, and yeah, this led to Russia demanding their coastline in the Caspian, as well as their exports of, what did they export? Potassium, probably. I think it was potassium. I don't know what else they'd export. And they said no. So for no reason, the Russian army over the coming weeks just rushed them down. Do they have a standing army? No, as in Kazakhstan, not Russia. Russia is one of the biggest armies in the world at this point. They've refurbished it. They promised their people peace, but well. And the Turks in Kazakhstan are forced to flee to Xinjiang, Kyrgyzstan, etc. Yeah, they all just flee from the country. The ones that aren't captured, some are forced into Caspian. You know, it's rough. See the ergonomic and the board size, cut that bit off. Let's say Uzbekistan. Is that Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan? That's Turkmenistan, is it not? No, that's Uzbek. Oh, whatever, I can't remember. Well, I haven't played Hearts of Iron in a while. I'm very busy. Yes, cool. And, well, not cool for the Kazakhstan people, was they now been annexed, and Borat is very sad. Kazakhstan's actually a very big country, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. And Russia are growing again, a very nationalist, well, yeah, not leftist Russia. And I've realised a border from like the old thing still here. That was not meant to be a. Oops. Okay, now finally, the piece de la resistance. Oh, this will be a pain to get rid of, isn't it? Not really, actually. We're moving on to China. So the PRC government. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Please, just work. Why? No, actually, why aren't you working? What's even the point? I don't get it. There we go, thank you. I think I was just being an idiot, I can't tell. I might have been lagging there. Anyways, the PRC have a very strong standing army, and they managed to flip the ideology, the warlords around them to their side, or not their cause. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is they have allies, and they're holding well, which are highlighted in their finishing off of Shandong onto Qingdao, and they're forced to retreat. At this point, they're pushed back to the north of Manchuria in one massive offensive, sweeping across the north of Korea, trapping a couple 100,000 and pushing all the way up to the Russian border almost. And this is a threat to Russia, so they might intervene soon. But as you can see, the PRC have bounced back pretty much. They're back. At this point, Korea declared independence of Manchuria and joined the Pacific, the PDP. And Manchuria aren't happy about this, but they're non-existent essentially. And this opening up was a bit stupid to do that, so just open them up to push down to the Korean War kind of scenario. Well, let's make it more Korean War scenario. Well, that's just deleting all of it. Bang. Yeah, push down to the very corner. Korean War did happen in this universe I was here before, so well, might not necessarily happen, I'm just saying it's for convenience sake. Anyways, they start pushing back here as well, small little gains. Never mind. Okay, deep breath. I almost had a stroke. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, there's some pushbacks here as well. And you may be thinking, hey, what can go wrong for them now? They're even getting to Yunnan, etc. Well, my friend, this is about to go wrong. So syndicalists over here have been funding. Well, they said first off, hey, do you want to start an alliance? They said no because we're too far away and too differing in our views of communism. And then so basically they sent agents over here, French, British, Spanish agents over here, to kind of change the opinion, to sway the public opinion that syndicalism is the right communism. I'm checking the mic still working. I'm really paranoid. It's not. Okay. And essentially, what happened is this uprising was small at first, but it gained. I'm doing the syndicalism colour too. Ooh. It gained lots of reputability in the south, predominantly. Now there's a syndicalist China kicking about. Um, they even launched a Syndicalist coup d'etat in Shaanxi, which launched well, but it failed over here and just made a bit of a civil war mess kind of going on. And let's say the Chongqing area, as well as in occupied Shandong, the Syndicalists all rose up, and now there's a Syndicalist China. But yeah, I'm just saying they connected some of the lines, but start getting pushed back in some areas. But at this point, it's messy for the PRC to clean up, and they get to around here. So obviously the repercussions of this are going to be big for the PRC. I had a stroke, sorry. Yeah. However, they do, in their dying breaths, manage to finish off Manchuria and push down to the base of Korea. But all this did was just open up a lot more land for the Syndicalists to take, running through the open lines to crush Manchuria. These guys are not officially awarded yellows or greens yet. They're just taking their claim, I suppose. Yes, now the Syndicalists have run amok through China. As you can see, not very good news. At this point, the Greens took advantage of this as well, of course, liberating Yunnan and pushing into China, or the PRC itself, back to where they were before. And at this point, the PRC army just surrenders mainly across the front. The Syndicalists finish off Korea and Manchuria up here, and run through the south, connecting with the green guys and finishing this all off. See, now we may be wondering what the board's going to be like. Well, I'll tell you, my friend. These guys are not integrated into anything, but allowed a new government to be set up, and are put into the Green faction, as well as Shibei Sanmar being allowed to do this as well. Arunachal Pradesh is yielded back to the Indians, which is the whole point of the war. In the first place, if you didn't remember or didn't watch the last one, or how much any of them, I suppose, on which was taken to them back when India were communist in the beginning, or was given to China back when India were communist in the beginning. I think it was for reparations, helping the war or something, in their civil war. Can't particularly remember because I was close to 2 months ago, and I've done a lot more since then, so forgive me. Yeah. And the yellow guys got nothing out of this, but literally what else can they get out of this? It's just unfortunate timing for them that they weren't good enough. They are not happy about this, but they're not about to go towards the Syndicalists either. Also, the Syndicalists aren't happy them because they still own Taiwan. So they kind of see it, fair enough, whatever, we're annoying each other, what's hard to put up with. Still recording and microphone call. And apart from that, the rest of it is given to the Syndicalists pretty much. Yunnan gains a bit more land. Not following any particular borders, by the way, so sorry about this. And apart from that, yeah, the rest of it is yielded to the Syndicalists, who they have no grievances with the Green faction, so they don't particularly care. And I don't see them having any grievances with them, so they're now going to be aligned to the Syndicalists in Great Wall, mate. Syndicalists in Europe. You only have Syndicalists in the world, it's not really hard to specify that, but just in case you didn't know. Not to be patronising or anything, I'm saying. Okay, cool. And they annexed Manchuria, and they say they annexed Korea for the sake of A, nice borders, and B, originality, because every single China so far set Korea up as a puppet state. And I like being original, yeah. So keep that there for me in the future when I'm setting this up. That should be long enough for me to find it. It's the timestamp of the video, whatever. My goodness. No, I think it is just bugging. I don't think it's even me. Anyways, yes. Shaanxi and Manchuria and Korea are all annexed into one new Syndicalist China. Probably called this the Syndicalist something over China. No, it's probably called the People's Republic of China, because that's just denoting communism, not a specific type of it, right? Yeah, it's all called the... It has to be confusing. The Syndicalist Republics of China. It's good. I'll think of a better name, my bad. Yeah. There you go. Very cool stuff. So, yep. I really know what else to say. Goodbye.